Well, when I was a kid, every year we went back to Guangzhou and carry a lot of goods from Hong Kong. A lot of stuff, some used ones, some old ones, food and all kinds of stuff.
So why were you going to Guangzhou? What was the...
Well, because we got a lot of relatives up there, and they live in poverty and they lack all kinds of material and everything.
So what kind of year would this have been?
That would be when I was in, so it would be like late 60s or early 70s, most like late 60s most likely. So we carry all kinds of packages, and before we went, my mom always reminded us not to say anything silly, and if asked, make sure you tell them your father is a worker. Of course, my father was actually a manager of a company. So the trip to Guangzhou is always kind of scary. Walking across that bridge from Hong Kong to Shenzhen has always been a scary experience. Because as soon as you walk over, then you start to see the soldier holding machine gun or something, staring at every one of us. The landscape changed completely with all these big slogans and mouse pictures all over. And in the train, my mom keeps reminding us, shut up, don't say anything. So in the train on and off, we have to stand up and sing some songs like The Red Sun and all this kind of cultural revolutionary
So who would start
songs.
the singing of the songs?
Sorry?
How does the singing of the songs get started? Someone is kind of...
No, they have this loudspeaker, and
you
then
have
they
to sing along.
will make a command like, now everybody stand up and sing The Red Sun. So we did that. So, and there will be soldier walking by. I need someone in uniform anyway. We just shut up. So I remember arriving in Guangzhou one winter and waiting for my uncle to pick us up with his bicycle. And my younger brother and I were wearing this coat, and I could still remember these two kids walking by and saw our coat, and they said, "Oh wow, this coat must be really warm." I felt kind of strange and bad because we're not really rich. I mean, the coat we had is actually really quite ordinary coat in Hong Kong. But anyway, so we went to Guangzhou to our relatives' home. It was dark, and sort of like the entire living room had only one light bulb, and because we are important guests from Hong Kong, they treat us with special treat with meat. And I have to tell you, the meat was awful. It's just a piece of pork fat. And for them, that's meat. And I remember when my uncle's home, the window got holes on it. So they told us that last night there was some shooting going on, and it should hit the window. So the experience in going to China has always been unpleasant. But of course, for my mom, it's important because her mother, that's my grandmother, was living there, and so she bring all kinds of food and all clothes and all kinds of things. So it has never been a pleasant experience. So, and as we left China by train is always a great relief that for us to, for me anyway, to walk through the beach, actually for the entire family. It's so nervous, and you never know. I mean, somehow, if you give someone a not too appropriate look, they might take you out, put you in some room, and you never know what's gonna happen. So we just thought, don't look at anything, just walk straight. And as soon as we walked past the bridge and reached Hong Kong side, it was such a great relief. And it's always such a torturing experience. But at the same time, we feel obligated to go there. I mean, a short visit is such a torture for me. Can you imagine all my relatives are staying there and living there? And so it has been really, honestly, a kind of my childhood impression about China.